Good morning, everyone. In the last class, we have seen a complete revision part of C programming till what we have learned in the previous classes, and today we are going to see an important topic. It will be your question. It will be your essay question. It's very important. So that is, what is the different operators available in C language? So first we'll see what is an operator, what is an operation. For example, if you treat a plus b is an operation, in that plus is an operator. So if you want to perform any operation, we need an operator. Okay, so a plus b is an operation, in that plus is an operator and a and b are called operands. So operators are used to perform a certain operation between the operands. So here we have different types of operators. They are arithmetic operators, relational, logical, assignment, increment, decrement, conditional, bitwise and special operators. 8 operators are there. First we'll discuss about arithmetic operators. So what are the arithmetic operations can be performed? Plus, minus, multiplication, division and modulo division. So already we have discussed about these 5 operators. Already we have written some programs on these 5 operators. Plus operator, it is used for addition, minus for subtraction, asterisk for multiplication, by for division and percentile for modulo division. So the difference between, what is the difference between division and modulo division? If I use by operator, what I will get? What is the difference between by and percentile operator? Already I explained about this. If I write a by b, what I will get, and if I write a percentile b, what I will get. Day before yesterday's class, we have discussed this. Hello, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Then answer my question. No? Division operator, if I use division operator, I will get quotient value or remainder value. Coefficient or remainder?
Coefficient.
If I use percentile?
Remainder.
Yeah, right. So that is about arithmetic operators. Okay, arithmetic operators, plus for addition, minus for subtraction, multiplication, division and modulo division. So for the arithmetic operations, operands must be numerical values, and here modulo division produces the remainder of integer division. So integer arithmetic, real arithmetic, mixed mode arithmetic. Under integer arithmetic, in the sense both a and b values are arithmetic, integers. In this type of operation, both operands are integers. In this, both operands are real values, in the sense float values. For example, a equal to 20.0, b equal to 3.0. If I perform all arithmetic operations on these floats, they will be real arithmetic. Third, mixed mode. Mixed mode, in the sense one integer value and one real value. This is the example. One integer value and one real value. If I perform an operation between like this, then it is considered as mixed mode arithmetic. So there are 3 types. One is integer arithmetic, real arithmetic and mixed mode arithmetic. Integer arithmetic, in the sense, in this all operands must be integers. Real arithmetic, in the sense all values must be real or nothing but float values. Mixed in the sense one integer and one float value. That is mixed mode arithmetic. Okay. So these are the three types of arithmetic operators what you have. Is that clear? Arithmetic operators? Any doubts in this arithmetic operators? If you answer, then it will be very good. Next, we have relational operators. So these relational operators are used to tell the relationship between two operands. The operators are like less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, double equal to and not equal to. So here whatever I will write 35 less than 5. So obviously these relational operators will return only two values. They are true or false. It will return only two values. If the condition is satisfied, it will return true or else it will return false. 35 less than 5 is 35 less than 5 true or false? Is 35 less than 5 true or false? Please message every time. I can't come back and I can see the messages. You just answer the question through voice. Okay. Now 35 greater than 5 is true. 35 double equal to 10 is false. 35 not equal to 10 true. 10 plus 5 is 15 is double equal to 3 into 5 true. Okay. So if you want to relate two operands, we use these relational operators. Relational operators are used to tell the relationship between two operands and they will return only two values. One is true or false. Next one is logical operators. Logical operators are used to test more than one condition and make decision. Logical expressions combine two or more relational expressions. So if you have to satisfy multiple conditions and you have to satisfy all the conditions, then we use AND operator, logical AND. Condition 1 and condition 2 and condition 3. If you have anything like that, then we will go with logical AND operator. OR operator is used to check between the conditions. If any one condition is true, final result will be true, and not in the sense except this remaining all. So first we will discuss about logical AND. The result of this logical AND expression will be true only when both the relational expressions are true. For example, you are using expression 1 and expression 2. It has to satisfy both the conditions. For example, if I have taken A value as 10, B value as 5 and C value as 15. Here I am writing a condition A greater than B and B less than C. So it has to satisfy both the conditions. Is it satisfying? A value is 10 and B value is 5. 10 greater than 5 No kada. So first condition is failed. Second condition, B less than 5, 5 less than 15 satisfied, but it has to satisfy both. The value of I in this expression will be 1, that is false. Next, second one, I equal to A less than B and B less than C. A value is 10, 10 less than B, 10 less than B A greater than B, 10 greater than 5 condition satisfied true, B less than C, 5 is less than C, 5 is less than 15. Here both the conditions are satisfied, that's why it has written 1. Here first condition is false, that's why it will return 0. So if you want to get 1, it has to satisfy both the conditions. In remaining all situations, we will get 0 as the result. That is about AND operator. A and B, condition A and condition B, both should be satisfied. If both are satisfied, it will return 1. If both, even a single condition is not satisfied, it will return 0, that is nothing but false. That is about AND operator. Next we have logical OR operator. So OR operator in the sense, here if any one condition is true, finally it will return true. Until and unless both the conditions are false, it will return false, that is 0. So we check the first condition, a less than b or b less than c. A value is 10, b value is 5. 10 less than c a, 10 less than b a kaadu, but b less than c, 5 is less than 15, condition satisfied. So if I use OR condition, if anyone is true, your final result of that expression will be true. Okay. In the second condition, a less than b, 10 less than 5, it is not satisfied. Okay, here you have OR condition, we will check one more condition, that is b greater than c, 5 greater than 15 kaadu. When both the conditions are false, then only it will return false. It is with the case of OR operator, logical OR. The logical NOT in the sense, the result of the expression will be true if the expression is false and vice versa. If the condition is not true, then it is true. The value of I will be 0. This is because x double equal to 20 is true, that is value 1. So true is 1 not equal to 0, that is false. So finally we will get I value will be 0. So you just logical operators, okay na? Or do you have any doubts in logical operators? Is that clear, logical operators?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Next we go with assignment operator. So till now we have seen this operator multiple times. Assignment operator is nothing but if you want to assign a value to a variable or a value to an expression, is your assignment operator. So variable value equal to expression, so variable equal to variable operation expression. Here a plus equal to 10 or a equal to a plus 10. So here a plus 10 is an expression, the result of an expression will be stored into a. So if you want to assign a result of an expression or a value of its right side, that value will be assigned to its a variable of its left side. So equal to operator దేనికి యూజ్ చేస్తారంటే ఒక వాల్యూని వేరియబుల్కి అసైన్ చేయడానికి మనం ఈక్వల్ టు ఆపరేటర్ని యూజ్ చేస్తాం. సో దీస్ ఆర్ ఆల్ డిఫరెంట్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్స్, ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్. ఈజ్ ఇట్ ఓకే? Assignment operator.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Next one, it is very important. Even it will come for short notes also. Increment and decrement operators. The name itself it describes. Increment operator, it will increment the value by 1. Okay. So plus plus is an increment operator, minus minus is an decrement operator. So plus plus ante oka value 1 increment avutundi, minus minus ante value 1 decrement avutundi. So we can use that operator either before the variable or after the variable. ఇప్పుడు ఏ ప్లస్ ప్లస్ ఉంది, దాన్ని మనం పోస్ట్ ఇంక్రిమెంట్ అంటాం, అంటే వేరియబుల్ తర్వాత ఆపరేటర్ యూజ్ చేస్తాం. Or plus plus a is nothing but pre-increment. So I have used that operator before the variable name. So we can use that operator either before the variable or after the variable. Before the variable use చేస్తే pre-increment అంటారు, after the variable use చేస్తే post increment అంటాం. Okay. So here example, x value, a value is equal to 8, y equal to plus plus a. So I am incrementing a value by 1. So 8 plus 1 anta 9 will be assigned to y. Now int a equal to 8, y equal to a plus plus. So first of all the a value will be assigned to y, that is 8. After assigning that value, the value will get incremented, that is post increment. Pre-increment in the sense, first of all it will increment the value and it will assign it to y. Post increment in the sense, first it will give the importance for operation, that is assign the value to y. After assigning, the value will get incremented. So that is the difference between pre-increment and post-increment. The same way, post-decrement and pre-decrement. Post-decrement in the sense, first of all, a value is 5, that value will be assigned to y. After assigning that value, a value will decremented, now a will become 4, the y value will be 5. If I use pre-increment, minus minus a, first of all it will decrement the value of a, that is 5 will become 4, that 4 will be assigned to y. Pranav, I won't allow you after once I start the class from next time. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Right. Next, this is about increment and decrement operator. This operator arthamainda? If you have any doubts, please tell me, because it is very important. It will come for your short notes or it will come for your essay 8 marks question. Increment, it will increment the value by 1. Decrement, it will decrement the value by 1, either plus 1 or minus 1. Plus plus will increment, minus minus will decrement. So we can use that operator before the variable is pre-increment, after the variable is post-increment. Plus plus a is pre-increment, a plus plus is post-increment. So the name itself it describes when it has to increment the value. Pre-increment, first it has to increment the value. Post-increment, after the operation it has to increment. Okay, so that is a basic difference between this. Here he has given an examples, so you just go through with the example, and if you have any doubt you can ask me after the class. The next operator is conditional operator. So here we have two conditions, three. It is also called as ternary operations, ternary operator. Why? Because here we have three expressions. First one, expression 1 question mark, expression 2 colon, expression 3. So first one is condition. If the condition is satisfied, that expression 2 will get executed. If the condition is not satisfied, expression 3 will get executed. In between expression 2 and expression 3, only one expression will execute, that is depends on the condition what you have in expression 1. So expression 1 మీద డిపెండ్ అయ్యి expression 2 and expression 3లో ఏదైనా ఒకటే ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుంది. ఏది ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవ్వాలి అనేది దేని మీద డిపెండ్ అయ్యి ఉంది? ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ 1 మీద డిపెండ్ అయ్యి ఉంది. ఒకవేళ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ 1 కనుక ట్రూ అయితే ఫస్ట్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ 2 ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుంది. ఒకవేళ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ 1 కనుక ఫాల్స్ అయితే ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ 3 అనేది ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుంది. సో ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ చిన్న ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇచ్చాడు చూడండి. ఏ వాల్యూ 5 అన్నాడు, బి వాల్యూ 10 అన్నాడు, సి వాల్యూ 15 అన్నాడు. సో y ఈక్వల్ టు ఏ గ్రేటర్ దాన్ బి. ఏ వాల్యూ అంతా 5, 5 గ్రేటర్ దాన్ 10. 5 గ్రేటర్ దాన్ 10 ఈ కండిషన్ ట్రూ ఆ ఫాల్సా? జస్ట్ టెల్ మీ వెదర్ దిస్ కండిషన్ ఈజ్ ట్రూ ఆర్ ఫాల్స్.
False.
False. So here expression 2 is true place, expression 3 will be false place. So whatever you have in false place, what is the c value? 15. That 15 will be assigned to y. Is that clear? If the condition is false, then the value will be assigned to y. Next, we will see one more. A greater than b is true. Next, a greater than b. A value anta 5, sorry, a less than b. 5 less than 10. Here the condition is satisfied. So it will return the value what you have at first place. B value anta 10. So now ఇప్పుడు y value ఎంత అవుతుంది? 10 అవుతుంది. సో ఈ b అనేది ట్రూ ప్లేస్, c అనేది ఫాల్స్ ప్లేస్. ఈ రెండిట్లో ఏ వాల్యూ అసైన్ అవ్వాలి అనేది దేని మీద డిపెండ్ అయి ఉంది? కండిషన్ మీద డిపెండ్ అయి ఉంది. ఇఫ్ ద కండిషన్ ఈజ్ ట్రూ, b will be executed. If the condition is false, c will get executed. In between b and c, only one will be executed, depends on the condition what you have. Okay na? Next, here we have bitwise operators. These operators are used to perform the operations at binary level. So in the last class, already in the last semester, we have seen how to convert the binary number to a normal digital number to binary number, binary digits. So if I enter a number, it will perform the operations at binary operations. We have discussed these things in the last semester. In the same way, it will perform the operations at binary level. Binary addition, binary subtraction, and or not, shift left, shift right, and ones complement. So all these things will be performed at binary level. So initial A value is 4 and B value is 6. These 4 and 6 will be converted into binary formats, and based on these binary formats, the values will be performed. A and B, A or B, A not B, left shift 2, right shift 2. So like this, the values will be performed. Okay. So next we have some special operators. They are comma operator, size of, and member selection. So comma operator is used to separate the variables, expression 1 comma expression 2, like that. Size of operator is used to tell the size of an operand. So for example, if I declare an integer variable int y, if I write size of y, it will declare 2 as a result. Why? Because integer will occupy 2 bytes. Okay na? Next, member selection operator. This will come at the time of structures topic. So we'll discuss at that point. So these are all the operators what you have. This is very important question. Please go through with this. Arithmetic operators to perform all arithmetic operations. Next, relational operators, logical operators, assignment operator, and increment and decrement operator, conditional operator, bitwise, and special operators. So these are all the operators what we have to discuss. We have discussed in today's class. So you just go through this question, and if you have any doubts, please come back to me once you have done with the reading. Okay. So tomorrow we'll see the programs on these operators. Program on these operators, we'll discuss it in the next class. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sir, ఈ slides send చేయరా?
మీకు ఆల్రెడీ ఇది మీకు పీడిఎఫ్ గ్రూప్లో పెట్టేశానమ్మా.
ఓకే సార్.
ఫస్ట్ యూనిట్ పీడిఎఫ్ మొత్తం మీ గ్రూప్లో ఉంది. ఫస్ట్ యూనిట్లో ఇది లాస్ట్ 42nd క్వశ్చన్.
ఓకే సార్.
ఓకే రైట్.